Hi, welcome to the market alert for Wednesday, the 15th of May 2024. So US stocks ultimately gained after two-way price action post PPI numbers. The focus now turns to Wednesday's CPI reading, which of course is today. Markets see two-way action after PPI and CPI, or ahead of CPI. So yes, yesterday, just before we move on, 3 p.m. wasn't 3 p.m. It was the PPI and core PPI numbers that saw the market drop, but soon recovered. And you can expect the same again today, I suspect, when the CPI numbers are released at 1:30. Right, so let's move on, have a look at the markets, and we'll kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow yesterday, market down, market back up, still playing with the 89% retracement there, still looking to get to the 40,000 target, so no surprise if it does that today after the release of the CPI numbers. Yesterday the market was fairly quiet until we had those core PPI numbers. They came out higher than forecast, market dipped, saw a bit of a sell-off when the cash market opened, and then we rallied into the close, and that's what you're going to probably see during today as well. In the German DAX, also treading water, down, back up, and still need to take out the all-time high of 18,847. The sideways move, we can see yesterday really sideways, stuck between two BRNs, 50 points. But then you've got the spike down on those PPI or core PPI numbers there in the market pulling back, but also going up into the end of the Dow session following on the electronic, and the market also currently just below yesterday's high at the moment. So hopefully the sideways move will clear off after today. In the S&P 500, still moving to the upside, again reacting to the core PPI numbers, market above the 89% retracement there. 30-minute chart, again nothing happening until we got the core PPI, market up, market down, rally into the close. Overnight the market sitting around yesterday's high, having ignored the core PPI numbers, which is what they'll do after today as well. They'll just ignore them. FT 100 putting in a new all-time high overnight. We're back to that at the moment by the looks of things, and you'll probably have more of this again tomorrow as well. So 8477.6, and the 30-minute chart there you can see up yesterday, reaction to the core PPE numbers, and then up overnight, so coming back a bit at the moment. You could see prices pull back as they await the CPI numbers there. US dollar continues to trend down at the moment, waiting for those CPI numbers there as well. So again, everything's news driven at the moment, but it has been for a long time now. So let's have a look at the metals market, see what they did during yesterday. Silver managing to hold, incredible really, sideways to higher there. Needs to take out the 89% retracement, and then also the 29 in order to move higher. 30-minute chart, again reacting to the core PPE numbers, and up on the overnight in Asia there as well, above the DP and the 50 EMA. Gold also managing to move higher yesterday and moving up overnight there as well. Which you can see a bit more detail there in the 30-minute chart, starting to trend up there quite nicely. And heading up, where are we looking at for the all-time high of gold as it's stopped recently? 2431 is the all-time high. Again, depends on the CPI numbers. If the CPI numbers are lower than forecast, opens the door for potential rate cuts, and that's also bad news for the dollar, which is good news for the metals. So that's what I want to see today, but it depends what is in those CPI numbers. I mean, the Fed said it was only transitory, that there wouldn't be any long-term effects of inflation a few years ago when it started to pick up after COVID, but they got it completely wrong. So we'll just have to wait and see what those numbers are when they are released at 1:30 p.m. today. Gold-silver ratio continues to move to the downside. Like I say, we've got this 81.63 level that the market needs to take out. So, but we are down in an area where we could see this move back to the upside as well. If you look at the longer-term chart, you will see that when the market pulls back, it likes to move back. However, that said, I've just noticed something interesting here, that we now seem to be having lower highs each time the market moves back up, whereas prior to this, certainly I've seen a change here, haven't we, where we were on the upside and the market was making new highs and breaking out, and now we've got this switch where the highs are less than the previous high. So interesting there. Maybe we are starting to see a break in these markets. Right, let's have a quick look at the trades for yesterday. I don't think there were any because the market was treading water waiting for today's CPI numbers. So yesterday the market was range bound. We saw that earlier. It was stuck in a 50-point range. You can see there no trades. Market trying to get back above the low into the mid-morning session. Same thing, just treading water, completely no direction until we had the news at 1:30 when we saw the market spike down and then come back on those core numbers. And now the market then back at sideways. Also take note of this, because if we get to a situation today where the CPI numbers come out higher than forecast, then you can expect the same. What are those numbers, just out of curiosity, because I was looking at yesterday's and didn't move on. So we've got these numbers here, 0.4 for month on month and 3.4. So they're forecasting them down from 3.5 to 3.4. So that's how the market reacted yesterday when the core PPI numbers came out higher. They moved the market down, moved it back up. But today, if the CPI numbers come out straight away lower, then it'll be just straight up for those in the market. So that's how that's likely to play out based upon yesterday's inflationary data. So the afternoon, the market did absolutely nothing, just stuck in a sideways range. And that's how it played out into the evening until, of course, later on the market moved to the upside. And overnight, the market just below the high in the 2-minute chart and the 200 MA. So a bit of weakness around at the moment, but nothing to shout about. It's intraday, it's a small time frame. Watch the DP level if you get a shakeout down to this area. Right, that will do it for this one. Let's get it wrapped up so you can get it out there. And then we'll await events and see what happens at 1:30 with those CPI numbers. So, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.